In this video, I'm going to be covering 4 ways that you can make more money using email marketing for your brand in 2024. If you've come over to get the full video from TikTok or Instagram, thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. If you are someone new to this channel, leave myself, you just seen because you're subscribed on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Obviously, my name is Colin Nolan. I help e-com brands with email marketing. What we're doing here today is running through a case study from last year, a Q1 to Q2 case study. As you can see, this brand, before we started working with them last year in Q2, they had generated about 50K in 3 months from email marketing. Not too bad, but when you're a brand this size, pulling regular six-figure months, you want more than 13% of your revenue being pushed from email. So Q2, directly 90 days after we started working with this brand, they've seen a 270% increase in their email marketing returns, about 31% of the overall store revenue. Here's some campaigns, but we'll scroll back up to them in a second. So we're going to be talking about what they're doing before and 4 big areas we focus on improving to help this brand see a better return from email marketing. These are 4 tips that if you're not utilizing, you're not pushing for yourself, you can absolutely implement these today over the next quarter. I guarantee you'll see a huge improvement, or you could just have someone like myself come in and do that for you. I'm not going to talk about that too much right now, but if it is something you're interested in, book in a free strategy session below. I'll link that below, just like a calendar link, free link in there, whatever. Link your brand. If you want me to audit it before, just send me an email and I can see what we can do. Anyway, beforehand, this brand pretty much had no strategy when it came to their email marketing. 13% of revenue, it's pretty poor. Like, anyone could achieve those results with a few campaigns, especially the kind of campaigns this brand was selling, which leads me into point 2. This brand was only sending sales campaigns, really poor. Like, as you can see, the campaigns are only sales, just leading the list to be buying and be trained to only buy when there's a sale. Really bad. Worst practice for any brand is to just, be a sales oriented brand. It was leading to a very little amount of communication. This here is just all of what went down in Q1. So you can see like 4 emails across 2 months, which is just crazy for a brand of the size of brand we're dealing with here. Segmentation, really poor. Pretty sure they were just using the whole list. Absolutely detrimental in 2023, but is even more so in 2024 with everything you need to be set up with your dedicated sending domain, cleaning your list, not sending to people who aren't opening. You need to be unsuppressing accounts that are just costing you money and ruining your deliverability. Flows here as well. Just 1 to 3 emails per flow. Really poor, really basic flows. Like, basic designs can be okay, but not when they're as bad as they were here. Again, this was a fashion brand, so like, just completely, like, the agencies that was looking after these guys, complete cookie cutters, complete template users, not updating flows to items that weren't in stock, which is just stupid. It was a clothing brand. Again, I've said this, but they were acting as if the only part of buyers and remorse of customer were going to have was pricing, which is why their campaigns were only sales as well. Obviously, they still drove pretty decent revenue. Like, like, no one's turning their nose up at 4K, 5K, 7K campaigns. But when it's all you're sending, it's a waste of time, to be completely honest. With a fashion brand like this, you need to be including stuff like return policy, size guide, sizing charts, UGC of people actually in the clothing. Because if you're not, like, you're going to see a lot of people buying multiple items of each piece of clothing and returning one, which is just, leading to an overall bad experience, leading to stuff being out of stock, and then, fashionable pieces that were selling well, not being in stock for people who wanted to buy them. Really bad, all in all. Tied into a 3-month contract, so pretty little initiative from the agency. In my opinion, you should only be working with agencies, partners that are 30-day rolling contract, just not on the point. But anyway, so after we started working with this brand, what we focused on was getting a regular sending schedule in place. So, we wanted to be emailing the customers here 2 to 3 times a week. Had to build that up quite slowly because, the list was pretty much only used to getting sent emails when it came to getting a sale. There was no segmentation. It was absolutely shocking. There was customers here that were buying 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There was no retention marketing, no early access to these sales. At least when we did run them, there was no early access to new drops. Even at that, this brand was doing, new drops in there, maybe posting about it on Instagram. People would see it there. They may not email it. They were only emailing like new drops with a sale, which, again, it works, but it's like a double incentive. You don't really need to do it. If you're bringing new items, you should be trying to get the full price for them. Just leads me along the line of more of the variety of campaigns we were sending. New launches, previous month's bestsellers, a really good one, back in stocks, UGC content, reviews. For example, X item hit 100 reviews. That's a really good piece of branding. It's going to build a lot of trust with the community, with your customers. Be like, 100 people have not only bought it but left a review, and it's probably 1,000 people have bought it at that stage. New store openings, in-store promotions. So when we're working with this brand, they actually opened a new store in Ireland, where we're from, and they wanted to give a little incentive to anyone who went in, kind of showed, hey, I'm on the email list, coming in, not just expecting sales campaigns. So these are things you massively want to improve on, as well as, the flows. Kind of touched on it here, but we brought the flows from being just like, hey, here's a sale, hey, you left this in your cart, here's money off the cart, here's welcome to the brand, here's money off. We wanted to really educate them on the brand. The brand has a huge Instagram, it has quite a few stores, so just building up that trust, building up that branding, sizing charts, sizing guides, UGC, returns policy, anything that else could lead to buyer's remorse, basically. Like price is very rarely the only issue your customers have with your brand. So go overlook your flows, go overlook your campaigns, see what done the best last year. You'll be surprised to see it's not only just giving people 10% off or $10 off or €10 off. So 4 big areas to improve on in your email marketing this year: your sending schedule, keep it regular. You're better off sending 2 to 3 days a week. Find what's working for you, find where your unsubscribe rates aren't getting too high, and stick to that. Send a variety of campaigns, use proper segmentation, and fully build out your flows and include testing in them. And if you are looking for anyone, again, 30-day rolling contracts here with myself. If you're on a strategy session, book it in below. You can add me, that's my email, callum@solana.com, to your Klaviyo. If you want me to do an audit on your brand before the call, just book the call 24 hours out. Maybe drop me an email, let me know you've added me in, and I'll make sure it's done before our call. So good luck in 2024. If you need more help, just reach out and shoot me a message.